what's your blanket advice for a person who's got their shit together, a woman listening to this show and being like, I'm a good person. I like who I am. I'm happy in my life. I just want to find someone I enjoy being with. We're compatible, but I can't meet anybody because, I don't go to church anymore. And, now I don't go to the gym and people are weird and, people really don't have parties. How do you meet people that are real?
I do have blanket advice for that. How do I meet people who are real? Well, let me tell you something. There's billions of them on the planet, and nobody's even tied to their home anymore, just so you know. You really don't even get to be like, well, what if they're not local? Yeah, that's not even a thing anymore. Okay. Especially once you've raised kids and you're a grown up. So there absolutely are billions of single people, and maybe billions. I'm not sure if it's billions. It's certainly millions. And there are new ones becoming available at all times. So any smell of scarcity anyone wants to throw up, I'm blowing that out the window. Okay. There is no scarcity of humans that are real. There is a percentage of those humans who are scammers, criminals, liars, addicts, deeply mentally ill. Yes, that is the planet we chose to incarnate on. I'm sorry. Okay. That's where we're at right now as a human culture. So you are going to have to weed out the riffraff. It's true. But just like you exist as a happy, healthy person who wants companionship, so do they. If you exist, so does your match. And I'm sorry, but if you want to buy a new dress for a party, you should probably go to the mall. And if you go to the mall or you go to a big department store, you're going to go through stores you don't care for. You're going to have prices you don't care for, colors you don't care for, styles and fits you don't care for. You're not offended that you have to look through 1,000 things to find 100, to narrow it down by 10, to have 3 fit, to take 1 home. No one's offended by that. Why are we so offended that we have to sift through humans? And my answer is, I think we're offended because we're so bad at it that we exhaust ourselves and we give ourselves so much bad evidence for our bad theories that we then think we're right. Just like I thought I could only enjoy meals with sugar. I really thought I was right. I proved it true in my life. I was only enjoying meals with sugar. So it has to be true, right? Not true.
Yeah.
So when I teach you how to date more efficiently and effectively and never let you go on a crappy date again, then all of a sudden you could start to believe there's decent humans out there. Because there are. Is everyone a decent human? No. Should you trust people? No. Should you give out your number? No. Should you go to someone's house? No. Should you drink? No. I have a lot of good ideas for how to stay safe and avoid creeps. But there's going to be creeps, and you're going to have to look through some clothes you don't want to take home with you. And that's okay. And that's okay.
Are the majority of the people that are single that are working with you meeting significant others online, or are they meeting in them in other venues?
Here's what I say. If you need a dress for a party, you should go to the mall. If you would like to have an easy time seeing a wide selection. If you have a friend that has an amazing closet and you'd like to go over and pick something out, cool. There are ways to get a dress without going to a department store or a mall. But if you don't have a friend with a dress in the closet and you're not going to church and you're not going to the gym and you're not joining clubs and you're not going out and doing things and meeting people, then you have to go to the store. You have to go online and you have to be smart about it. So people are meeting people all sorts of ways. I think everyone should be online, and you don't have to be online on Match or whatever. You could pick Christian singles. You could pick silver singles. You could pick farmers only. You could pick whatever is right for you. There are now so many dating sites, and only more coming and only better coming. So of course you should go to the store and see what's there. Mm-hmm. But don't exhaust yourself and don't do a bad job and don't psych yourself out, and also be looking in real life. And I could give a whole talk on in real life. Don't be looking at your phone. Look up, smile, talk to people, meet people. If you're not willing to do that, then you have to get online.
That's a very, very good point. And how about this business about how men are looking for younger women? So if I have friends who are online and they say, if they're in their, say, their mid 40s, they're getting mid 60-year-olds contacting them. and no one in their age, because the 40-year-olds are looking for 20-year-olds, or the 50-year-olds are looking for 30-year-olds. So what do you think about that?
When
Like,
anyone makes a blanket statement about that, I
yeah,
go, like, what kind of data are you collecting over there and why? Right? It's like, oh, in my family, people are obese, right? So I was like, well, I guess I should just be obese then. Except that, guess what? You don't have to be obese if you, at least I didn't have to be obese, right? So, like, when you look at statistics and you look at data in a way that just proves your hopeless theory, I find that to be a very bad idea for happiness dating. So, do men tend to date young? I think this, and even I think a New York Times article just came out, and the statistics are like, yes, but not that much, like, not so much that each individual should feel affected. And there's also a great trend among men as they age, trying out the younger women, discovering they have nothing in common with them, and they want companionship too. And I say, men, go for it. Have a bunch of flings, get adored, have fun, admire that beauty and youth, and then settle down with someone age appropriate who you can relate to.
yeah.
Right? You can invite her in for a threesome if you like. Anything goes, but it's not true that you're not desirable.
Oh, for sure. I think what they were saying is, Laurie, that pretty much, 85, 90% of the men that are contacting them are 3 decades above. Like their age group doesn't
An
even.
exaggeration and and fishy is all I'm saying. Am
It's
I,
fishy.
am I saying a 40-year-old woman won't get a 60-year-old looking? Absolutely. Or 50 will get a 70. Men are very happy to date younger. But if she is only getting that, I want to see her profile. I want to see her pictures. I want to see how she's presenting herself. I want to understand. And I also think it's fine for you at 50 to date someone who's 60. I'm okay with that. If
Yeah.
you don't want to go to 65 or 70, I'm okay with that too. Again, you're looking for one person. So to
Yeah.
look at statistics and to start making generalizations about how people are is a great way to stay at home with your donuts and your Netflix.